what I'm talking about. This is the song that came to me mainly because I'm waiting on all the licenses for other people's songs and they don't understand what I'm doing. But I got a vision and I have this idea that everybody has gifts within them, you know? It's like Jack and the Beanstalk. It's like, all they had left was a cow and he sold it and came back with the magic beans, and his mom's like, what are these stupid things, you know, and threw them out the window, and it grew up into a beanstalk and took him to a castle which was rightfully his father's. If you read the ancient books, the ancient fairy stories that weren't edited out, they say it. Maybe like the Blue Fairy book or something. But anyway, so everyone has a gift. You have a gift. And it's in seed form. And if you don't work it and let yourself, your egotism die every day, then it doesn't really come alive now, does it? And so we can go about this and try to be religious and stuff and still, you know, sometimes people are just caught up in that and they don't really know how look at these flowers, look. They're still serving this outer shell of yourself. You know, it's just to wake us up. It's not to get us disheartened at all. Look at the sun peeking through. It's right there. All right, it's peeking through at me. All right, so I want to sing the song. And hopefully I'll put it at the beginning or I'll figure out where it goes. But today, so the gift that I was talking about that's been given to me to help everybody, you know, because your gift is always meant to be actualized for everybody around you, not just for yourself at all. It's a corporate thing. I was just reading about that. It's like Jonah was told to go to Nineveh, this pagan town, you know, look at that. And he didn't want to go because they had like taken something from his people or whatever, or conquered them at one time or something. I can't remember why, but he's just like, no, they don't deserve to be saved, and forgiveness and mercy. And he had an idea that God might give mercy to them, you know. And so he's like, no, I'm not going. And then he got on a ship going a different way. And then a storm came, and all the people in that ship were going to die because Jonah was in the boat and he wasn't meant to be on that ship going that direction, the opposite way of Tarshish. Of Nineveh, I mean. I think he was from Tarshish. I can't remember the exact details right now because they slip my mind. Look at that. So I was reading in this book and it was saying, like, if you're going the wrong direction, you put other people at peril. There are other people waiting for you to climb up your beanstalk, you know, for you to let this outer shell of your personality fall away, you know, for you to be like Frodo and take the ring to Mordor. Look at that hawk, those hawks. Wow. Here are those crows. I was seeing hawks before. Those ones are crows. Look at this. I love the sunset, yeah? Enjoy. Oh, you're going again?
No,
Just going back, yeah. Thought I'd seen her. All right, so mine is to see your soul path, all of our soul paths in a song, even a simple song. And in that, we find like beauty and answers, and it's like not as harsh as like therapy can be sometimes. It goes behind our defenses, but helps us in a gentle way. And it unlocks all these deep esoteric, which just means hidden, that are meant to be known if you seek wisdom as you're seeking for gold. So I'll do the first part. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, and it goes, oh, that's just the chorus. I forgot. It goes, the night, dear, while I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. All right, so these at first will just look like a bag of beans to you. But watch as they come to life. I don't even know, I didn't plan how they would come to life, but I just have a knowing that they will, because they always do. Okay. All right, so look at this beautiful path. Hi. So we have a seed inside. We have, because there's a lyric in one of Elliot's songs called, it says, God don't make no junk, but it's plain to see he still made me. And I think he's okay with me saying that, I hope, because I put it in my dissertation. I quoted him, and he asked for my dissertation, so he read that, long time ago. This guy, Elliot Smith, was a friend of mine. Hello. So, Elliot was just, had a passion for music, of course, but was recording, in a basement or something, had his girlfriend at the time, I think that's who it was, not sent his music out, demos or something, then who knows what would have happened after that. Everybody plays a part. You all have a part in bringing this gift. That's what I was going to say. So if God don't make no junk, then, like Elliot was singing about, Elliot Smith, then he has a reason. There's he, she, God is beyond gender. So we don't have to worry about all of those. With God, it's divine love creates with purpose. And so, just like there's these little flowers right here, Look at all this. Everything has a purpose, every organ of yours, your eyeballs, your blood vessel, blood vessels, and your DNA is written, this code in your blood, and your fingerprints are all different, and from other people, and so there's an order to this, and there's a beauty, and there's something to it. A rose unfolds and becomes the rose, and a seed becomes an acorn, becomes a giant acorn tree. And so if the acorn just sat on a shelf and dressed up itself, what would be the purpose, you know? Was it meant to just be an acorn here, or was it meant to be the tree? You know, look at this. So I was learning what I call special guitar on for this song, and you know, inspiration comes to my guitar instructor. He's a great musician himself. Had a song in a movie and stuff like that. Has done lots of other things, but what a poet. He's a poet as well. And so I trust what comes to him, and this song came to him to teach me. And so he was like, maybe you can use it for one of your videos. He's British, so anyway. Let's see what's inside of it so that we can unlock it for you, for your own soul path. So the first lyric is, I sang the chorus first on accident up there. I was just overcome by the sun. I couldn't help it, right? It goes, the other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When we go up into our dreaming place where songs come from, you know, up in the heavenly realms, like I quote Pavel Florensky a lot, where he says, you know, the poet, the artist has this job of going into the heavenly realms and taking heavenly ideas and bringing them back down in song and art form, you know, for us. And so this is one of the keys to how you unlock all these songs for yourself. And you unlock your whole life, You are a beautiful mystery. You are a mystery. You have this inexpressible beauty inside of yourself as a man or as a woman, as whatever you are, whatever you as a soul in a body or God consciousness made out of God stuff, you know. C.S. Lewis says that, you know, if we really saw a person as they were, we would be tempted to worship them, you know, because if we saw them, you know, I've seen in visions things in spiritual form, you know. But don't look for just visions, because I know that path as well. It's a cautionary tale. You know, sometimes we look for spirituality and because we're just grasping for we have a nature, okay? It goes up to this song that we're talking about right now. If we came from the one, right? We came from the one, and then let's just say God made male and female, or he made Adam male and female and separated. You know, it says when God took Eve out of his side, we'd get the word rib, but it can easily be his side. That's what the ancients would say in some old Torahs and stuff like that, is that Eve was taken out of Adam. Which, regardless, we came from the one, which is above, and then now we're in the duality, which is night, day, dark, light, fast, slow, old, new, you know, positive, negative, good, bad. We experience this world of duality. But, so let's just say for a second that Adam and Eve were one. And it's like when I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. It's like almost back to the oneness. You see, all religions are looking for this divine union, this union back with the divine. Even if you think of the story that Christ was telling about the prodigal son who left his father and went and spent everything, his inheritance in the world. He wanted to go back to his father's house, to unity, he said, I'll go back as a servant. It has to be better than this miserable life that I'm living right now, But G.K. Chesterton has a quote. He was a Catholic man and also a prolific writer, like really intelligent. But he said, every man in a brothel is looking for God, And so in every one of our actions, even, it's like some people describe how we're like people, we're made to, we have a longing to worship and to have devotion and have rituals, let's say, right? And so people make a ritual out of having their morning coffee, or they make a ritual of whatever, look at this. I say nature. I choose nature, but, not to be my God, but that it's an expression of the divine, But anyway, it slows us down and it brings us back into proximity, into the slowness of the quiet of this oneness, which is probably loud and quiet at the same time. Somehow there are a lot of paradoxes with the divine, But he was in the stillness. Anyway, what I'm saying here is I dreamt I held you in my arms. I dreamt I was back in the arms of love again. I was back in the unity for which our soul longs for. Ultimately, our soul longs for this aliveness in love, People go seek it by like jumping out of airplanes and drinking too much and taking drugs and like being addicted to other things, sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever, because they're still looking. We're all looking for a soul connection. And if you can just buy one, then people keep falling under that lie that they can just buy one. And it's a temporary high. And it feels similar to the oneness that maybe our souls remember that we came from the oneness on some level, And so we long for that. And we try to recreate it ourselves when we're not getting enough of it because we don't know how to get about it in the correct way. I don't want to say correct. Even the word righteousness is right wayness. That's what I was given in a meditation.